Part 1. The spark it all starts on a lazy afternoon. Tom is napping peacefully by the window. Jerry sneaks out of his hole, places a feather under Tom's nose, and tickles him until he sneezes himself off the windowsill. The war is back on. Part 2. The milk trap. Tom tries to lure Jerry out with a trail of cheese leading to a bowl of milk. But Jerry reroutes the trail and leads Tom into a bucket of ice water hidden behind the fridge. The splash echoes like a starting gun. Part 3. Firecracker surprise. Tom hides a tiny firecracker under Jerry's pillow. But Jerry spots the fuse, switches it with a decoy mouse toy, and when Tom checks on the prank, boom! The explosion throws him into the ceiling. Part 4. Slippery steps. Jerry coats the staircase with butter. Tom, chasing him, slides all the way down and crashes through the front door. Jerry marks the scene with a 10 out of 10 scorecard. Part 5. The mousetrap maze. Tom constructs a complex mousetrap maze with cheese at the center. Jerry navigates it like a pro and turns the whole thing into a trap for Tom using a mirror and string. Snap! Tom gets caught in his own design. Part 6. Paint job. Jerry paints a tunnel on the wall. Tom charges through and smashes into solid brick. As stars swirl around his head, Jerry drives by in a toy car, honking a tiny horn. Part 7. Balloon liftoff. Jerry ties dozens of helium balloons to Tom while he naps. Tom floats to the ceiling, bonks his head on the chandelier, and panics until a balloon pops, sending him crashing onto the table. Part 8. Exploding cake. Tom bakes a cake with hot sauce and fireworks inside, planning to offer it as a fake peace treaty. Jerry switches it with a decoy. Tom takes a bite of his own cake, and flames shoot from his mouth as he rockets into the ceiling. Part 9. The fake cat. Jerry builds a cardboard version of Tom and sets it in the hallway. Tom attacks it furiously, thinking it's another cat stealing his turf, until he realizes he's been scratching up a mirror. Part 10. Mouse army. Jerry brings in dozens of toy mice, all spring-loaded and programmed to attack Tom. At night, Tom wakes to an army of tiny invaders and goes full ninja mode, only to end up tangled in wires and springs. Part 11. Shower switcheroo. Jerry reroutes the shower plumbing. When Tom turns it on, instead of water, he gets a torrent of blue paint. He runs outside and birds flock to him thinking he's a giant blueberry. Part 12. The shrinking room. Tom booby traps Jerry's hole with shrinking foam. But Jerry switches the pipe and it sprays inside Tom's room instead. Furniture, clothes, and even Tom himself shrink temporarily, allowing Jerry to chase him for a change. Part 13. Disco disaster. Tom rigs the living room with disco lights and a slippery floor, planning to catch Jerry dancing. But Jerry hacks the speaker, changes the song, and flips the trap. Tom ends up disco dancing uncontrollably into the fish tank. Part 14. The robot cat. Tom builds a robot version of himself to outsmart Jerry. But Jerry hacks into it and reprograms it to chase Tom instead. Chaos ensues as Tom runs from his own mechanical double. Part 15. The invisibility prank. Jerry finds an invisibility spray in a science kit. He uses it to mess with Tom, moving things around while invisible, slapping Tom with floating objects, and making him question reality. Part 16. Double trouble. Jerry teams up with Tuffy, his little cousin. Together, they run double pranks. While one distracts, the other strikes. Tom is overwhelmed, unable to catch either of the swift mice.